I was sitting one time with a friend discussing our respective religious beliefs. He is a Muslim, myself is a Christian. We were arguing and debating, now not mean arguing, but persuasively trying to convince each other to see things the way that we saw them, not making a lot of headway in getting onto the same page. But at one point I basically stopped and said, really, I just don't want to burn in eternal hellfire. I would rather, if I'm wrong, I would rather see where I'm wrong and admit where I'm wrong, change, worship God according to truth, spend eternity in paradise, than walk away feeling like from this conversation, like I won the argument and I said something clever that you couldn't answer. But at the end of the day, I was wrong and I'm subject to God's wrath and eternal lake of fire. And he looked at me and said, I feel exactly the same way. And his whole body language, his facial expression, his tone of voice just communicated sincerity to me that we both wanted wanted the truth, didn't want to be living in error, didn't want to be offending God for following things that were wrong and offensive to him. I wish I could say that we ended up seeing things the same way. We didn't, but that was many years ago, and that exchange was very meaningful to me and touched me and very memorable. I discussed religion with many people, various countries, various backgrounds in the intervening years. Good conversations, but that memory really sticks with me. Is the type of conversation I really love to have, the type of heart I really want to foster in myself, seeking truth. The thing that I really rejoice and get excited when I see in someone else is a desire not to win arguments, but a hunger for seeking after what is real and what is true. So that's my aim in making some video series here. The goal, granted, much easier said than done. Biases we're human beings, our biases are going to get in the way. But at least the goal, the desire, the aim is to take the best of both worlds in terms of two different methods of discussing religion that are out there, the strengths from each. We've got interfaith dialogue, which seeks to be understanding and empathetic and hear where other people are coming from, and you'll learn something new and you'll see things the way other people do. And people aren't full-fledged idiots. They have reasons for things why they believe, and you go into interfaith, interreligious dialogue with an aim to understand, and you come out learning something, but with the aim of civility and kindness and friendliness, which are all wonderful things. Sometimes truth is minimized or avoided because it could be offensive or controversial, and unfortunately, reality sometimes is offensive. And so if you're aiming to get to truth, you can't avoid sometimes the hard and painful and difficult things that have to be worked through. Well, on the other hand, there's the debate model, whether that be formal debate between two experts that an audience is listening to, or just two friends talking in a debate style, which is more confrontational. You're trying to convince the other person that to see things the way you do. But in some ways that's fitting for the subject at hand. If we're talking about eternal matters of great heaviness, weightiness that are going to affect your life now and forever, then it seems fitting to say, hey, friend, I think you're missing some information. Maybe there's something you don't know. Maybe your logic is flawed. Maybe you're not seeing some of your own biases or misunderstandings that you grew up with. So in some ways, that debate, that intense confrontation has some legitimacy to it. On the other hand, pride. Pride is a big factor that gets in the way of seeking truth. In the debate model, the desire to win points, to win the argument so easily clouds our thinking and clouds our judgment from getting getting to truth and analyzing what really is reasonable and logical. Whether that's again formal debate and we're cheering on our guy. Oh yeah, you said something that the other guy didn't have a good answer for, and my side is cheering, and then your guy says something that makes my guy look foolish, and your side is cheering. But that kind of triumphalistic, oh, we beat you atmosphere doesn't really help at examining, because all of us are probably flawed in our thinking in some area. Even if you're right, the other person may have a better presentation of the argument, and sometimes you got to admit, your point sounds better than mine does. That may mean that you're right, or it may just mean that you have a better way of presenting your argument, or maybe I didn't think through, I'm not aware of all the strengths behind my position, and I've got to go home and rethink about it. And does your argument sound better because it actually is? In which case, maybe I need to change my mind. Or does your argument sound better just because you did better research and you had better rhetorical style, speaking style, and I need to rethink, maybe more clearly understand my own position better and see how it actually is stronger than I made it out to be. Well, that's the aim. Again, easier said than done, and so I'm not claiming to achieve that goal, but that is the goal that I want to pursue in my discussions with friends in general, and in this video series, which I'm primarily seeking to share with friends and acquaintances. Maybe we've discussed religion before, maybe we've just met in passing somewhere and exchanged contact information. Didn't have time to talk about religion, but you can watch this video on your own time. And I hope to get some interaction. The goal isn't to get 10,000 random YouTube followers making comments from people that I don't know, but more so to talk to friends or secondhand friends of friends, who we can make contact with each other and either meet in person or talk on Zoom. And if you're interested in religion, spirituality, truth in general, then I'd hope to welcome you to watch these videos and contact me. Let's be in touch and hope to discuss these things and seek after truth together. Thank you.